My name is Leon, full-time live streamer for 11 years. I'm a native Chinese. I've been living in China, since my childhood. Although I went abroad for an exchange program in Europe, but basically most of my time I lived in China. I live in China right now. English is my second language, so I'm very thrilled, very happy to be here. I'm new here. I just want to share what I can do. I want to read you poems, stories, novels, literature, so that if you like, you can subscribe me. And don't forget to open your bell icon to receive my notification when I'm live streaming. Okay, so let's begin. Today we read the chapter 2 of TGCF. Three Clowns. Night discussion on the palace of tremendous masculinity. Ever since then, things had gone out of control. Less than 100 years after the first incident, there had been a total of 17 brides who went missing in the Mount Yujun area. Sometimes there'd be a couple of decades of peace, and sometimes two would go missing in a short span of 1 month. A horrific legend quickly spread of a ghost groom who lived on Mount Yujun. And if a woman caught his eye, he would kidnap her on the road and devour the marriage procession. Okay. Um. Oh, welcome. Okay. I'm sending out the invitations and sharing the links. Yeah, of course. Ordinarily, this affair wouldn't have been reported to the heavens. Although 17 brides had gone missing, there were thousands more who were perfectly fine. Either way, the girls couldn't be found. They couldn't be protected, even if everyone wanted to do so. They could only make do with the status quo. Now there were fever families willing to marry their daughters into this area, and the locals didn't dare make a fanfare of their weddings. That was all. It just so happened that the father of the 17th bride was a lord official who doted on his daughter. When he heard of the local legend, he meticulously selected 40 valiant and capable military officials to escort the marriage procession of his daughter. The daughter was spirited off anyway. The ghost groom had really stirred up the hornet's nest this time. No one this old lord official sought in the mortal realm could do anything about it. So, in a fit of outrage, he assembled a group of government friends and conducted a wave of crazed religious services. He even followed the guidance of a great master and opened his stores to feed the poor. Among other similar deeds, there was a huge uproar that shook the city, until finally this alerted the few heavenly officials above. Without going to such ends, it was practically impossible for the voices of insignificant mortals to reach the ears of the gods in heaven. That's the good gist of it, Shirin said. Since those two still looked very uncooperative, it couldn't tell if they had actually been listening. If they didn't listen, they have to tell the story again. Nanfeng looked up, though, and frowned. Are there any similarities between the missing brides? Welcome, Salmon. Yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm busy with so many things teaching, interviewing, being interviewed, and, you know, consultant services. My schedule is very full every day. Um, Still, I cherish the moment that we could gather together, no matter where, like here or hello or anywhere. I mean, I do cherish and I do enjoy the moment that we can get together. Welcome, Unity. Welcome, Salmon. So now I'm continuing reading the TGCF stories and um, hope everyone is good. And I'll be trying to find a place to live stream more, because here the graphic quality is better, much better, as you can see. So, like a bar singer, I might be traveling around. I might be live streaming at different places in a day. So that's for now. But I hope in the future we can find a place to live stream. Um, Mainly, I mean, just one place to live stream uh, instead of live streaming at different places every day, right? So here you're able to see me clearly because the graphic quality here is very good. Thank you guys for your support and welcome. My name is Leon, full time live streamer for 11 years. There are those who are poor and those who are rich, those who are beautiful and those who are ugly. There are lawful wives and there are concubines. In short, there's no pattern, Xianin said. We can't determine at all what this ghost groom's preferences is. So now the book that I'm reading, which is a Chinese book, it was translated into English and it is very popular around the world. And I can see stuff related to this story everywhere. So I think it's a very famous, very popular story. So I'm very happy to be reading this, and I hope more people is going to enjoy the story. I think the settings and the characters in this story is very good. Nanfeng and picked up his teacup and take a sip, seeming to be thinking now. Fu Yao, on the other hand, never touched the tea Xian had pushed in his direction, and had been languidly cleaning his fingers with a white handkerchief in this entire time. He said coolly as he wiped, Your Highness, how would you know? It must be a ghost groom. This can't be certain, since no one's ever seen it before. So how can we know if it's a male or female? If it's old or young? Aren't you a little too quick to judge? Xian grinned. The scroll is a summary provided by a civil official from the palace of Ling Wen. The ghost groom is just the common name of it. However, what you've said makes a lot of sense. Welcome, talented studio block. Nice to meet you here. Welcome. I'm new to this YouTube platform, so I'm very thrilled, very happy to be here to share what I can do. Now I'm reading the TGCF novel that is very popular, I guess. Many friends of mine they wanted me to read this, and I'm very happy to read this. Um, so, are you from other platforms that you have known me before, or you haven't met me before? You came here, and I mean, Have you met me before at other platforms, or you met me for the first time on YouTube? Uh, I mean, because sometimes I can relate the nicknames here and on other platforms. So here to listen to your live stream. I mean, have you met before at any other platforms? Do you know me before, or you just met me for the first time here? Um, I would like to know. Thank you for listening. Let's continue. Shannon grinned. Oh, this. They spoke a bit more, and Shannon realized that these two junior marshal officials' reasoning and logic were quite coherent. But they didn't appear very friendly. They were muddled at all when discussing important matters. Shannon left relieved. Looking out the window, the hour was getting late, so the three left the small shop for the time being. Shannon put on his bamboo hat and walked for a bit before abruptly realizing the two behind him weren't following. So he looked back, puzzled. Turned out the other two were also watching him in equal bemusement. Are you hearing Leon for the first time? Yeah, that's why I was asking. So I need to know. I mean, whether there are people who use YouTube and met me for the first time come to the live stream. Oh, that's great. Because I just started this channel on YouTube. So most of the people who come to my live stream who subscribe me, they they know me before, met me at other platforms. So I'm very happy to see more friends for the first time here in this live stream. Too many guests at my house who listen to the stream later. Yeah, it's okay. Um, do your stuff first. And if you have any questions, anything you want to talk about, any topic you want to bring up, you can let me know. I'm very happy to share my thought, to share anything. I mean, if you would like to ask or if you want to know anything. Nanfeng asked, "Where are you going?" "To find some place to settle for the night," Xianlian replied. "Fuyao, why are you rolling your eyes again?" Nanfeng continued his questions, still puzzled. "Then why are you heading to the wild bushes?" Xianlian often camped out in the wild and slept on the streets, and he could lay out a cloth on the ground and spend the night just like that. So naturally, he was ready to find some cave to start a campfire, and as he'd always done. But it was with Nanfeng's reminder that he suddenly realized that Nanfeng and Fu Yao were both martial officials under a martial god. If there were any Nanfeng temples or Shenzhen temples around, then they could enter directly. So Wen Ni was there to sleep in the wild. Thank you, Salmon. I mean, the first time I'm at Leon's live stream. Yeah, glad to know because, um, I mean, most of the people who subscribe me here and who come to my live stream, they met me before at somewhere, some other platforms. Um, and very happy to welcome the uh, the people who met me for the first time, who meet me for the first time. You know what I mean? Because I'm new to this platform and new to YouTube, so I really do hope more YouTube friends, more YouTube audience can join our channel, can join our live stream. Thank you. You know what I mean? Because I'm new here, and I I hope that more people will come and enjoy our content because I'm a native Chinese. I'm not an American born Chinese or British born Chinese. I'm a native born Chinese. So Chinese is my mother tongue. 我中文是我的第一语言，英语是我的外语。English is my foreign language. So I guess There aren't many native born Chinese here on this platform, I guess. So, yeah, I think that's something special. That's why I do hope more people who haven't met me before will meet me for the first time in this live stream. Yeah. So, I'm just thinking how to find a way to let them know that I'm live streaming because apparently they might not know that I'm live streaming. But anyway, thank you very much. Welcome. So if you got any questions, anything you want to know, you can let me know. I'm very happy to answer your questions. I need to get my haircut next week because the reason is that I'm gonna meet Tracy McReady in 11th of August. So I want to have my haircut, my hair design before that, a couple of days before that. If I cut my hair now, if I have my hairstyle, have my hair, um, if I have my hair done recently, then it might not be the best condition. It might be a little longer. So I, you know, so I need to wait a couple of days to have my hair cut. That's why my hair is very long right now, and I do hope that I can have my hair cut soon. You know, and I like live streaming, so if there will be more people, I'm gonna live stream more often because I like to live stream. I like to talk to people. I like to make friends. A short while later, the three found a broken down 2D shrine in an incredibly inconspicuous little corner that worshipped a round, small stone lord of the soil and ground. With incense residue and shattered platters, it looked exceedingly desolate. Shannon called out a few times. This lord of the soil and ground hadn't been worshipped or called by anyone for years. So when he suddenly heard the call, he snapped open his eyes and saw three people standing before his shrine. But you look good in long hair. Yeah, it's just for me, the long hair takes more time to dry, as you know, right? Uh, and I sometimes I think if I have shorter hair, then I will spend less time doing my hair or dry my hair. Um, and I need to, you know, if my hair is longer, I have to. I mean, to make it curly, I have to use the curler and many stuff to maintain the condition of my hair. So that takes time. If it's shorter, then anyway, I will be using less time, spending less time with my hair. So I'm gonna have more time to do more stuff. Yeah. So here the story mentions the Lord of Soil and Ground. This is actually very common character in Chinese stories. Like the journey to the West, the Lord of Soil and Ground appears very often in the journey to the West in the story. So um, it usually plays the role as a guidance or a guide or someone you could ask for stuff because he knows around. Um, The two on the left and right, respectively, were both enveloped in a sheen of spiritual light, abundant like some newing wish. Their faces barely visible. The deity jumped in alarm. His voice trembled. Do the three heavenly officials have anything to command of this humble one? Xian inclined his head. No commands. Just want to ask if there are any local temples that worship either General Nanyang or General Xue Zhen. The Lord of Soil and Ground didn't dare to affront him and replied. "Hmm." Then, in a quick divination, with a pinch of his fingers, he answered. There's local town temple about 2.5 kilometers from here, and the one worshipped is the General Nanyang. Okay, welcome. Thank you guys for listening. Um, yeah, I mean, I do hope most of my subscribers will come to the live stream. That's why I'm very curious. We have so many subscribers. Why aren't they able to see my live stream? I don't know, but maybe later they're going to see. It takes time, maybe. Shannon put his hands together in prayer. Many thanks. However, the Lord of Soil and Ground was blinded by the two balls of spiritual power on both sides of Shilian. Have the long hair. So you can try it too. Yeah, definitely. I think that's a good idea. Yeah. I just have to curl it, in a barber shop. I don't have to use too much time to curl that after I wash my hair. If I dry my hair, it will be curly naturally because I have done the uh, hair cut in a barber shop. Okay. Yeah. I have longer hair before. The reason why I didn't have it was because, yeah, it takes too much time to dry that. I have to, stand in front of the mirror for half an hour to dry my hair. But if it is shorter, then I have to use like 3 or 5 minutes, then it's fine. However, that lord of soil and ground was blinded by the two balls' spiritual power on both sides of Shirin, so it quickly vanished. Shirin fumbled out a few coins and placed them in front of the altar shrine, and we saw there were fallen remnants of burned incense sticks on the ground. He picked them up and lit them. Throughout the entire thing, Fu Yao was rolling his eyes so hard that Shannon almost wanted to ask if his eyes were tired. So, usually, if it is on YouTube, how many hours does the live streamer is live usually? Yeah, that's why I think you do understand, right? When you wash your hair, you have to dry it from the bottom to the end of your tip of your hair. It's gonna take time, and you have to use your hair dryer and hold it. You know, holding a hair dryer for a long time is pretty tiring as well. So you get me. You get me. About 2.5 kilometers later, they indeed spotted a local town temple standing fairy red by the roadside. While the temple was small, it had everything. People were going in and out, extraordinarily lively. The three concealed their forms, entered the temple. The one worshipped within the hall was a clay divine statue of a martial god, Nanyang, bedecked in armor, with a bow in hand. When Shannon saw this divine statue, he hummed inwardly. In a small temple in the countryside, the craft and painting of divine statues could be expected to be rough, but on the whole, this statue was still significantly different from Shannon's own impression of Feng Xing. Welcome. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you. My name is Leon, full time live streamer for 11 years, and I'm new on this platform, so I hope more people will come to my live stream and see my content. Hope you guys like it. However, distorted divine statues were something that every heavenly official had long since gotten used to. Never mind that their own mothers wouldn't recognize them sometimes. There were heavenly officials who didn't even recognize themselves when they saw their own statues. After all, there weren't many artisan masters who had actually seen the real forms of the heavenly officials. So the statue were either distorted beautifully or hideously. One could only rely on the posture, spiritual apparatus, attire, and crown to determine which heavenly official it was. Usually, the more affluent the area, the more the divine statue would please the heavenly official. The more impoverished place, the worse the taste of the craftsmanship. And the more magic the sculpture became, to speak of the present, was only General Shen Zhen, whose divine statues were in a better situation. Why? Because for everyone else, if their statues were ugly, then whatever, leave it be. But when Mu Qing saw that his statues had been hideously sculpted, it would either secretly destroy them and make people start over or appear in dreams to express its displeasure. This went on for a long time until the grand believers all learned that they had to find an artisan master who could sculpt beautifully. Okay, thank you guys for listening. Welcome, everyone. Do you have any questions, anything you want to talk about? You can let me know. Thank you so much. Welcome. Nice to meet you guys. So I don't know why, because you know, because there are so many subscribers and they don't know that I'm live streaming. I hope that one day they're gonna be able to see my live stream. Welcome, BTS. At least need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours. They can apply for the monetization. People have to watch it. If you have other devices, open your stream on them too. I see. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna definitely keep uploading contents on YouTube, and then um, I will maybe I can live stream on my phone someday and see whether that helps. Yeah, I'm gonna keep uploading stuff, keep doing live streaming, and I hope it will get better. You can call me Leon, and Simon is here. And today I live stream to read a little story and chat if you like to talk about some stuff. Yeah. What's the time now? Here in China is 11:50. Um almost 12. And I'm definitely gonna try everything to make this account better. Yeah. So I'm gonna do live streams here pretty often. All the temples of Shenzhen were exactly the same as their general, particular and tasteful. But after Fu Yao entered the temple of Nanyang for 2 whole hours, he thoroughly criticized the statue of Nanyang from head to toe. How the design was deformed, the colors tacky, the craftsman's crude, the taste bizarre. She then watched as the blue veins on Namfeng's forehead and slowly popped out. I thought, best quickly find another topic of conversation. It just so happened that there was a girl entered to pray, and she very sincerely knelt. Xian said warmly, speaking of Nanyang, Zhengjun's main domain is in the southwest. I never imagined you guys would have such a following in the north too. Yeah, I just yeah, I'll just do it. Continue doing it. I think it will work out. Thank you for your support and thank you for giving me confidence. Um, yeah, I think I just need to keep keep doing and see how the mechanism and algorithm change one day. There might be something that I need to do so that more people will be able to see the notification of my live stream. So are you able to see my notification on YouTube? I guess you can see my notification on Hello Talk, but not here, right? Oh, you're able to receive because you have opened the bell icon, right? You have pressed the bell icon. Oh, that's why. I see. All right. Okay. So yeah, we'll just try to figure out more ways to do and keep doing it. Thank you so much. And now it's almost 12, and I'm thinking whether I'm going to start a live stream on Hello Talk as well. Maybe for 20 minutes. Oh, I won't be. Uh, I've been live stream for 11 years, so a month or a year more, 2 years more isn't something difficult. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely continue. I see. So we just so it's called the safe stage of an account or the observation stage or the, test stage. I see. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna live stream here regularly so that they will know that I'm a consistent content creator. So when we are on the track, we get back on track, then I'm gonna live stream more. Okay, so I'm gonna stop here, and I don't know. I can live stream 20 minutes on Hello Talk. Yeah, yeah, have a cake. Okay, so let's stop here, and I think I'm gonna live stream um, on Hello Talk for 20 minutes, or maybe it doesn't. Uh, I mean, that app is not promising. I mean, I think I'm gonna rest because tomorrow I'm gonna go out to be interviewed and to meet someone, and a busy day tomorrow. So we're gonna stop here, and and thank you so much for your support. And I'm gonna keep uploading, keep creating contents, keep live streaming. As you know, recently I've got many schedules. I will travel to southwest of China. I will travel to northeast of China to have so many activities, to attend so many activities. So busy days ahead of me. And thank you so much for your support. Thank you very much. And see you next time. I'll inform you later. Okay. If I'm going to do live stream. All right. Thank you so much. I won't. That's why I'm putting my effort here instead of other platforms because I think here it's got more attention potential. It's very promising. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just keep uploading and keep have more than 1,000 fans and 10,000 fans. And then I believe after the safe stage or the observation stage, we're going to be better. Okay, so that's pretty much for today. Um, thank you so much, and see you next time. So see you next time. Bye bye. You too. Take care and good night. Bye bye. Oh, I think it focused on the computer. Didn't focus on me. Anyway.